Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Saturday night. Thank you for joining us. It's the They Think You're Stupid podcast with myself, Real Bayes, and of course, Danks. How you doing today, buddy?
Fantastic. How are you, my friend?
I feel like $1 million. I'm in a really good mood today. It's been a good
$1 million?
week. Yeah, it's been a good week. I got to see one of your friends yesterday, Jimmy Dore. Came to my hometown,
nice.
Totally crushed it. Got to meet him and his wife. Really nice people. And his show's even better in person than like just watching him online.
Yeah, he's hilarious, man. He does a really good live set. You can tell he's just a professional. And I've seen him multiple times now in person and done some stuff on, spaces. And he's just a really nice dude. He's really passionate, about what he believes.
Oh yeah, he gave a real rah-rah speech at the end. Oh man, I'm not going to impress that guy with any of mine. I'll tell you that right now.
He's passionate. Let's say that. I mean, it's so funny because I imagine everybody that's in the audience is kind of similar to me. We're following what he's doing on the internet, you know what I mean, on YouTube and on X, etc. But if you just go in there and you go watch him and you don't know anything about TV USA, Candace Owens, or any of the stuff going on in the online social media and regular media space, you'll be lost. You know what I mean?
He might catch you off guard.
Yeah, he'll catch you off guard.
He might catch you off guard. And he's a great storyteller too.
Yeah, he is weaving and bobbing. But it's good to be here. Welcome to all the Danksters. Welcome to all the new people. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button, hit like on your way in. We're going to be talking about Candace Owens, of course, going hard in the paint. We're going to be maybe some Baron Coleman stuff. He's been dropping some fire lately, dropping some images. I don't know if we should put up on YouTube. I think that they might be fine, but he's got them on his X, and I think just because it's Charlie and stuff, it's sensitive. Did you see the images I'm talking about?
Oh, of course. I was waiting to see that image for a long time. And shout out to Baron Coleman. He is also in the chat right now.
Shout out to Big B, my B. Shout out to how was the poker game? Sorry, I missed it.
No, it was a lot of fun. I was really grateful to get to share the stage with everybody and hang out and shoot the shit. We wish you were there, especially in the beginning when we were trying to get it started.
It's not that hard once you figure it out.
But you're the tech guy.
I know I'm the tech guy. How am I the tech guy out of a bunch of tech people?
Yeah,
we're all using tech.
There's tech guys, and then there's Danks. We'll just leave it at that.
You're making me blush, man. Well, I had FedEx was sending me a package, and yesterday I heard one sound at the door, but not like someone knocking, right? And I had gardeners working yesterday, and they tried to drop my phone off. I got a new phone, the Samsung Galaxy Fold Z. Bro, this phone is dope. So it's got a screen on the front, and then it opens up. It's all thin, and then it's almost like a mini tablet.
That's pretty dope.
I need a new phone, bro. I haven't had a new one in a while, but I'm stoked. I had the Fold 5Z, and I've been wanting to get this one. I had just a Samsung for a while, just a regular phone. But yeah, this one was due. These are, once you have one of these phones, it's really hard to go back to a regular cell phone. Have you ever had a flip or a fold, like a opening phone?
Dude, I had the old school Nokia phone with, playing Snake and spending $50 for 20 minutes or whatever it was back then. I've been through them all. The only fancy phone I never had was the Razor. Remember that one?
Oh, I had one of those.
It was so wild too. Yeah. The same time period, you had Motorola coming out with the Razor, which was like you could sneeze on this phone and it would snap in half. And then Nextel came out with that black and yellow one. It was like a walkie-talkie. The unbreakable phone. You could have dropped that thing, off of a building, and it would have just bounced.
Remember those old phones that they were around that era, where they were like walkie-talkies, and that was the service.
Yeah, the big ones. Yeah.
Nextel, was it Nextel that you're talking about?
I don't know. Well, when I said walkie-talkie, I was saying because it had the button that you could talk and it was like an actual walkie-talkie. But before they started doing the Nokia phones, the flip phones, all those, the phones actually were like walkie-talkies. They were like this big. It was like insane.
Bro, my dad bought my mom back when they were together a long time ago. I must have been 8 or something. But he bought an Infinity Q series. It was a 4-door, had like the slump back, and it had a fucking phone inside the car. and it worked too. Hell yeah. That was pretty cool.
That used to be a thing. They'd be in the center.
Yeah, definitely.
Damn, your dad must have been balling back then.
Ah, man, the one thing, he was not a spender, never has been, still isn't. Penny pinched his way and invested a lot. But yeah, he retired with money.
That's a beautiful thing.
It's funny, like, being half, like, he's Iranian, he's my Iranian side, came from Iran. And so he came from nothing, and he came from, like, he escaped war, he escaped the war or whatever was going on over there, at least, you know what I mean? During the 80s, 81, something like that, 80 to 82. He, when he was 15, he rode on horseback to Turkey, like getting smuggled out of Iran. Goes to Turkey.
Wild.
Yeah, he was 15 and a half, almost 16. Sold cigarettes and matches. His family had money in Iran, but everything was changing. So they sent him to Turkey. He had to get to Spain to meet with the lawyer to come over here legally, get all the paperwork and all that stuff. And he was able to come over as a refugee. And that was in like 81, I think. But he went through it. It took him 2 years to get to Spain. He was selling cigarettes and matches outside the Turkish nightclubs, to get by all the way to like a year and a half till he could get to Spain.
Really had to grind it out to get here.
That's it, bro.
And then before
the American dream, bro.
Before you know it, he's got the nice phone, driving the Infinity with the phone in it, a little Dankster in the back seat.
Fucking step your game up, ladies and gents. Come on now, penny pinch your way. I mean, no, he did well, but he worked for it, bro. He was working constantly, nonstop, day and night, double shifts,
I can imagine.
And life was different back then. They didn't have YouTube where we could sit around and record videos and just talk to each other and have amazing people in the chat hanging out, enjoying themselves, and entertainment would be such a highlight to people's lives. It's like, man, all I do is I don't watch news and shit. I watch YouTube. You know what I mean? I watch commentary. I watch like documentaries. And what would it look like today if it was just the same old, nothing changed? It'd be terrible. It'd be, but then it comes with the cost, with the surveillance and with all the knowledge that you learn right away. Things that seem so much more intense. And
yeah, we're in the age of information, and it's a blessing and a curse because we live in a time where you can really, like, literally learn. I mean, not everything about the world, but you have access to more information than anybody has ever had in our lifetime. The only problem with that is a lot of people also have a lot more access to your information.
Yeah, data farming, data centers, data. I got this on this phone. Like, the first thing it wanted me to do was like do my face and my freaking fingerprint. I was like, I'm good with the pattern. I'm good. It's like we want to measure your body temperature, the distance from your phone to your body, the distance from your. It's like, bro, chill. And then it's like, are you sure you don't want to accept this optional agreement? I'm like, I'm sure.
It's optional agreement.
I'm sure.
You sure you don't want to sign your life away to ball? Yeah, for real though.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
That's how it feels sometimes,
What's up to ball?
Every time I get a new app now, I gotta like find my reading glasses and read through the terms. You never know what they're trying to slip in there now.
Can't even trust AI. Bradley Parscale out on these streets.
Oh shit!
AI, can you tell me if this sounds sketchy?
I heard that he was a registered foreign agent for our not so greatest ally.
It's our greatest ally, sir.
Are you sure about that?
That's what they say. I don't know. We are streaming on Kick as well and on X. I've been growing my Kick lately.
I know everyone started asking me when I was going to start streaming on Kick again. So I'm like, you know what? Tonight, I've been on X a lot. I've been more active on X. I'm like, you know what? Let me put the content back where it belongs. YouTube, Kick, and then I'll post some clips on X.
Yeah, I was talking with someone, and we were just discussing content and Kick and YouTube, and it's like, could anything ever be as mainstream but independent, still centralized like YouTube? You know, like because when you look at Kick and Rumble and these other sites, they're just not considered even of the same class. It's almost like YouTube has completely, we're gonna play some Candace and check out what she's been saying and the decisions it looks like she's leading to, but this is like, it feels like professional broadcasting, even though it's just, she is.
Oh no, we're definitely professionals, and some of the most professional broadcasters that I watch are on YouTube.
That's true. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like, you actually took the words out of my mouth, the way I was trying to think about it, because this is where it feels legit. Like everyone here is legit, it seems like, or at least they're trying and they want to put on a good show. As to where, like, I went on to Kick this morning and it was like three black dudes. They were in the truck in the long shuttle with like young, like not young, but like, girls that were they looked of age, but they were like acting all crazy, and the content is all outrageous and stuff. And it's like, you don't really see much of that on YouTube as much as you do on other platforms. You know what I mean? It's like getting all like ghetto and shit, up in the ratchet and all ratchet in the shuttle. I've been there. It's all good. It's all good.
Interesting.
You're like, I don't know what to do with that, Danks. What are you talking about? You handed me a bomb.
I thought you were about to tell a wild story.
No. Wild stories are for the members only every Saturday.
Damn, that's
Saturday.
Good. Keep it. Look how quick you are with that plug.
Or in Club Batra, you want to get really intimate and conversational. We also have our weekly sessions on Wednesdays. So come have a voice with the Danksters. ClubVatra.com/Dankster Intel, and Bayes is on there as well.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I gotta start solidifying when I'm gonna do my my Discord streams and my members only. I do a lot of members only lives, but I don't like plan them out. Like usually when I do my Wednesday live now, because I go live Wednesday 10 every week at 10 p.m. Eastern time. And I'll usually do like a shorter show and then a long members only after party. And, depending what I have going on, I'll try to do another one too. I try to do one at night and one during the day, during the week. But I'm going to start being a lot more active on Discord too as well.
Yeah, Discord's popping, man. We're doing some great investigations and stuff. I'm in all kinds as well. But yeah, man. So you've been active on X. You've been going. I've been
popping shit.
Paramount.
I've been popping shit. I know you had a
Tactical.
busy day. You didn't get to watch my video before, but I did put out a video a couple hours a week. It's a short one. It's only about 8 minutes, but I explained the whole story. As of recently, it's not the whole story because there's been a lot of back and forth over the last couple of weeks. But the last 48 hours or so is broken down. I try to do a pretty good job. And apparently I was invited by Gary Melton, the man himself, to go on his show for a friendly, respectful debate. And I'm in. I said, he said DM him. I DM'd him. He didn't get back to me. I DM'd him one more time. I said, if you want, we could talk on the phone about this first. And there was no response. So I don't know if it's going to happen. A bunch of people told me that he was going to back out. I don't think he's going to back out. But I did make a video today. It's, like I said, 8-9 minute video. It's a nice little primer, for anyone that wants to catch up on it. Or you could just go on my X, because there was a lot of, there's some other people getting involved in the action as well.
Well, there's been some before we get to Candace, I think it would be interesting. How I was saying, I mentioned Brad Parscale and how he runs Salem Media as the chief strategist over there. So basically making the decisions about the strategy of their content and creation and who they're working with and sponsorships.
Guy's knocking it out of the park, let me tell you.
And the thing is, a lot of people, they think, oh, it's just Salem Media. But in the FARA filing, it says Salem, they must integrate at least, I think it was like 50 million impressions a month into Salem Media and aligned narrative properties. So it's more than just Salem. It's like anything that like cross-pollination, which I had mentioned Sean Hannity. Sean Hannity went on PBD's podcast. PBD wasn't even there. Sat in PBD's chair. And the whole time was spewing that Salem Media rhetoric, excuse me. And it's interesting. I haven't seen this clip yet, but Tucker Carlson has a few things to say about Sean Hannity.
Oh, shout out to Tucker. Isn't this his brand? Am I allowed to plug these things on the show? I don't know.
Well, yeah, well, you can do whatever you want, bro. This is your show, my guy.
Is that one his, Alp?
I think so.
Way
I think it is.
Zin. I got to tell you, way better than Zin. I was doing Zin, and it was like giving me that cough. I switched to Alp. They last longer, they taste better, and I'm not coughing as much. So, for those of you that, you know, are into that sort of thing.
That's what it is. Alp for the win. Let me switch my screen real quick. Hold on 1 second. Boom, boom. All right, let's do this.
But this clip just really kind of says it all. So this is from Fox News, which was at one point, I guess, a broadly conservative, back when that term had meaning, cable network. Familiar with it, of course. A lot of great people there. But it has become, in the last year, sort of a nonstop cheerleader for the most nihilistic kind of military action. Military action that has no assured positive outcome. Really, the point of it is just to kill people, apparently. Like, what is the point? No one ever explains that, but you're a weakling and unpatriotic and probably a secret Muslim if you're not for it. I mean, that's literally, it is nihilism. You can't.
Apparently.
Why this is a good idea.
He's going to go into, I think, Sean Hannity. And Sean Hannity has been, if you watch him, he goes
Why would I
hard
want
in
to
that
watch
direction.
him?
I'm just saying, if you watch these guys, like, it's interesting to watch how, now going back and looking back, and then watching them today after what I know about the whole cause of what they're doing with zoology, if you know what I mean. It's interesting because unless you're understanding what they're trying to do, their mission, and how they're using this Muslim, or you're not safe, or whatever it is, it's like always creating fear from some other direction. And once they latch on, bro, it's obvious what they're doing. You know, I don't understand this. I don't understand how Americans could be so either brainwash themselves to spew this rhetoric, or they really believe this shit, or I don't know, man.
Yeah, no. They really believe it. And there's people believing nonsense on both sides as well. You know, it's really sad.
Yeah. Sean Hannity is one of the worst of them, bro. I'll tell you that. All right, let's go.
Yeah, you can only attack me for not getting on board with it. Okay, that's very dark. You never want to find yourself advocating for things like that, but they are. And because they are, and because it's the most important thing to the network for reasons that are not clear, all of a sudden, every other issue is subsumed into that. It's not important at all. So you find yourself in a place where you have long time conservative, not just cable news hosts, but figures, like very famous people, recognizable people, doing this for 30 years, but in your bedroom for 30 years, telling you that what matters are the conservative values. And those would be, roughly in order, small government, lower taxes, entrepreneurship, family values, pro-life,
all the things that Charlie Kirk was speaking about, all the things, the thing with here, I'll let him go a little
castrating kids. All of a sudden you have people like that making common cause. In fact, not just common cause, but celebrating figures on the other side with whom they agree on nothing except the need for the United States to keep funding irrational, counterproductive, genocidal behavior in a foreign country, because that's all that matters. So you wind up with a tableau like the one we're about to show you, where you've got Sean Hannity commiserating with John Fetterman, who's very liberal on everything except Israel, and who knows even what liberal means now. But he's on the other side of every other issue except Israel, which for reasons either of cognitive impairment or campaign donations, he's decided is the only issue that matters. And they're looking right into the camera and telling you, yeah, any criticism of Israel is just Jew hate. And it means you're a bad American. This is the kind of clip that will be preserved in the museum of national decline at some point. Like, how did this great country dissolve? Well, because the people went insane. The people with the most power went insane. They started saying things that make no sense at all. And this will definitely be in that exhibit. So here's Sean Hannity and John Fetterman.
All right, let me ask this. Why the deep hatred for Israel? Why?
Yeah, because I mean, if you have such contempt for Israel, I mean, of course, you're also anti-American and you're anti-Western civilization, and you're seeing anti-capitalism and the American way of life.
I mean, it's like so tempting to get literal.
I don't want to go too far into that, but I just wanted to remind ourselves. Oops, I didn't mean to bring him off. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I want to remind ourselves the same people that were last year going in a particular direction that were alongside Charlie Kirk, which is why we're going to be still looking at now the Lance Twiggs immunity thing, the court situation, what's going on with that, what happened on Friday. But the same people that were alongside Charlie Kirk when he was trying to talk about the files, talk about the things happening over in Israel, they immediately switched. And it's very strange. They're taking Ben Shapiro and propping him up and having him speak, whether they're taking his money or not. The people that think like Sean Hannity. What happened?
No, it's my screen just was glitchy for a second.
Did you want to say something? Go ahead. Say so. You got
No. I was saying up because I thought I was losing you.
No, it's okay. I'm just messing.
No, that's
so
disgusting. It's un-American to be against something. Like, yo, what are these people talking about? Like, no, un-American is being against free speech. And it's not that, and shout out to Jimmy Dore, because he was the one that was saying it yesterday at the club. It's not the speech that you like that you're supposed to fight to protect. It's the speech that you don't like. And a lot of the speech that people don't like, and when I say people, I'm not even talking about us. I'm talking about the deep state, the government, the people that are sucking us dry and ruining our lives. They want to label the speech that criticizes them as hate speech so that they can not only silence that speech, but so that they can give us these dangerous labels that would give them more rights to go after us and minimize our rights. And that is exactly what everybody, regardless of your political ideology or your religion, that you should be against. Because maybe it works in your favor today, but it's not going to be in your favor tomorrow. And we need to fight to preserve our Constitution.
Shout out to Ian. He did a video yesterday.
Oh, he's the
Freedom
best.
of the Press, covering, journalism and it under attack. And the Washington Post, they went to court, they won. In the name of journalism, so he was given credit where credit was due, but yeah, always being attacked on freedom of speech, freedom of opinion, and you see that, you see it now. You see it coming from all kinds of directions. What'd you say?
I said you're getting me all fired up early. I hate that when you see these scumbag politicians trying to gaslight Americans and advocate against their freedom of speech and act like it's not American. That is disgusting. What's his name? John Fetterman? That's the one who's always walking around in the shorts or whatever, unless BB's in the room and then he wears a suit. Yeah, fuck that guy. He's un-American.
I mean, it's we're watching the dismantling of America as we knew it before. You're old, you're my age, right? So when we look back, and most of the people in this chat or people that are watching they remember when America it was almost like it was safe to go and ride your bike outside when you were 7, 8 years old.
The 90s was the best.
The 90s, yeah.
9/11 changed everything.
Yeah, that and the internet and all that shit that comes with it, technology. I mean, it like we talked about earlier, it comes with a cost, and it's cost is now everybody stays inside. Nobody knows their neighbor.
But
they don't even wave.
You can't trade any of your freedoms for a false sense of security. It's just not worth it.
Well, they're not even asking us. The flock cameras are going up like crazy. They're connecting to our phones. If you got your Bluetooth on,
people should have been rioting in the streets years ago when they started the red light camera tickets. That should have been the line. That should have been the line. And then by the time people started waking up to what metadata is and that all these social media accounts are just storing every detail about your life as possible. And then all these other apps started like getting in on it. You know, like people should have revolted against this a very long time ago, but they just got complacent. It's like they just, it's not that bad. It's just, and then they just take a little more. They push the line a little further. And now it's getting to the point that it feels like our elections don't even matter. Like it really does. Because whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, when it comes to these major issues that affect our liberties, like we're losing either way. It's just, you know, which billionaire is going to get more of our tax dollars? You know, like what foreign nation is going to be the bigger benefactor of our country? You know, what politician is going to get to, you know, have a museum or a library? And it's like it's all at our expense. And that's why it drives me nuts when I hear people say, oh, well, you know, this is why we should have voted for Kamala. Like, if that's like
what? Who says that?
Right,
somebody said that.
A lot of Democrats say that. Well, listen, but it wouldn't matter if Kamala would have won, and they would, you know, if Kamala would have won, I would have been saying this is why we should have voted for Trump, you know, because just 2 years ago, I still believed in the guy.
Kamala and Trump are still two very different picks, even though Trump's fucked up a lot and he's lied and all that. I mean, I think that the country would be taken over.
The country would have been freaking. It's
I mean,
bad
it is
either way.
If you think about it,
bad
right
either way. It's bad either way. And that's why I say it feels like, I'm not saying that the elections don't matter.
This almost feels worse.
Like they
scarier.
don't matter, because people need to start getting involved in their local elections. We need the federal government to have less power, a lot less. We need the states to get their power back, and we need regular everyday citizens to get involved in politics on the local level and start making changes in their community. And that is the only way that it's going to get bigger as a whole. You can't wait till 2028 and hope that they get the right guy. It's like, no, it's never going to happen. It has to start from the ground up.
I just, we've talked about this, and once the money gets involved, I mean, even the people that seem like they're not going to be corrupted on their way in, that's how this shit started, bro. And now they've got all kinds of methods to come at you and come with you with money and ideas for the next voting, situation that they want your favor in. And it's like somehow, some way, it got corrupted, and now they've mastered this money as a voice in politics. So even the least corruptible person will be very susceptible to being corrupted, because it's the most corrupt environment in American government.
People need to stop being
in charge of votes, being in charge of like what gets passed through in your city locally, all the way to like some rich dude that owns all these shopping plazas making decisions for the whole county, or the whole city or the whole town, so that I think politics runs also in the local area. So what it is like, I personally think that they have to change the law. They have to change the law. Money can't be involved.
They need to change a lot of laws. We need to get rid of lobbying. We need to get rid of the way that we do these super PACs and the way that donations are handled as a whole. And we need to get rid of any foreign donations. We should not have any foreign money in our elections, and no affiliations. We shouldn't have any dual citizens. And this, like, we're not just talking about Benihanas. Any nation. I don't care. I want Americans in office. I want every campaign donation to come from Americans. Like, that's the only way to do it, or else they're just selling us out. Every which way. And like I said, it's always going to be us that pays.
Kevin said, overturn Citizens United. There's all these groups, you know what I mean? It's like,
dude, I told you to get me all fired up. If you wanted to get me going, you started with the right clip.
Let's cool down. Well, you can go hard if you want. Go hard as you want.
No.
I was gonna play. I think everyone's going hard right now.
I might have to watch a little Mitch Snow to calm me down. Yeah, I don't know. For those of you out there that don't know this, because I did not know this until yesterday, the famous Fort Huachuca Mitch Snow, that guy is hysterical. Now, for those of you out there, like, I know people have mixed opinions on him. I'm not talking about his credibility, his story, whether or not his father was a Zodiac killer. I don't care about any of that. But I was on a stream with him. Shout out to Ali Top Files. and he was hysterical. You want to play the clip real quick? Just get it out of the way, and then we'll get into
Which
the
one?
Candace stuff.
Yeah, go ahead. Do you have it? Oh, did you send it to me in the private chat?
I don't think it was a link though. Hold on, I got it right here. I hope Allie's watching.
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah, it's on YouTube, but it's part of a long stream. Hold on.
Freedom. Oh yeah. Here, you want to?
Whatever you want to do. If you got it, play it.
Go ahead. You do your thing. Get that prepared.
I think I have the timestamp here.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, I think I got it.
All right, go ahead.
All right. So it started because Allie.
Careful, don't get our stream taken down now.
No. This was on a stream. So if this one didn't get taken down, we should be good. So it started because Allie was saying, like, is this a drone or a bug? And then Mitch Snow had a story of a drone or a bug, or maybe a little bit of both as well.
The hell? The hell is that?
Allie thinks that it was a drone that was at UVU that day.
What the heck?
It could be a bug. I don't know.
That's a big ass bug.
You never saw this before?
No.
Yo, Allie Top Files is on her game. She's looking for everything. Like that magnifying glass you see in the logo. Yo, she's got two of them. She's like looking at the screens, trying to find everything.
That's wild, bro.
Let's play this clip.
Been looking for like 10 minutes.
Hours finding this thing. I went through footage and I stopped the screen like this, and it took me forever because they fly fast. You're not telling me that's not a drone.
Big for a bug, man.
It's a big ass bug.
Okay, you guys want a funny story?
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you, it sort of freaked us out. It was Christmas night up here, and I don't know if any of you are from Washington State, but the only thing that flies in the winter around here, are the birds, the geese, maybe some ducks. And we had, of course, we're all spooked out. We've already been on Candace Owens and all that kind of stuff. We've had some people.
Oh, that's Mitch Snow.
Yeah, he's telling the story.
Stalk us and all that kind of stuff, and the death threat calls, and and people were trying to tell us we really have to be.
Oh shit, you were on the show?
Yeah, dude, I was
What's
Yeah, we'll be all right, I thought. So all of a sudden we had this huge bug. We were up late and we were talking about stuff, and this huge big black
sick invite
flying across the room over my shoulder and hit
Dude,
my
it was
dresser.
4 a.m. my time.
And I
think
swear
I
to God,
did
it
call you
sounded
too.
mechanical. It sounded like a little helicopter, and it hits the dresser and falls down. And it was huge as hell. And I was just like, "Oh, you got to be kidding me! What the hell is that?"
Hold on, you hear what he said? He said that there was a big bug he's never seen before that shouldn't have been flying around his neighborhood in the winter, and then it flew into something in his house, and it sounded mechanical like a helicopter.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, "What the hell? Just wait! I'm telling you, this is like one of the best stories." Yeah, I was blessed to be able to be on this stream right after seeing Jimmy Dore, because I never laughed so much in one day in my entire life.
There's no bugs in my house. There was nothing. I know all the bugs in the state of Washington. I've been to the top of Mount Rainier and back. I've never recognized that bug before. So we had to find it. We spent the next 3 hours trying to find that thing. Candace Owens was on the phone. "Oh yeah, you better find that bug." And I was like, okay. So we're trying to find this bug, and like, what could it possibly be? And then somebody's like sending us these messages about, what do they call them? MAVs. You guys know about these?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm trying to find this bug.
I'm just trying to find this bug.
Big Bag's calling Candace
No,
Owens
it's
because he
not that
thinks the
exciting.
bug is a drone.
It's more worrisome. But yeah, I did find the bug, and it was gigantic. I'd never seen anything like that. We still have the bug, by the way. We had to save it.
What?
It's
Dude,
He's got the bug?
But yeah,
It's a
100% it would be.
what kind of bug is it?
You gotta watch.
I wanted to send it to Candace Owens, and she's like, "No, you're not sending that thing to me." I don't want it, and obviously, it's not my fault it got to my house, Miss Owens.
Oh,
I would have put it in a microwave.
we captured, we put it in a bag, we saved. We're like, what do we do with this thing? Where did it come from?
Yeah, now that we can't send it to Candace.
So I just stuffed it away.
No, bullshit. Hey, Barrett. Candace turned it down. You got dibs.
Everybody's looking up all these companies like, you know, they got drones.
Gary.
Yeah, send it to Gary, not so testicle.
Well, it gets
Gary will have it.
No,
Jerry will take it.
I can tape it to Blake Bednar's bedroom window.
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
forgot I was having fun.
Poor Blake.
They've already,
I mean, you guys were
already
laughing about it and stuff, right? But we decided to
Yo, Mitch,
get
come on,
a
stop
second
fucking around. Bust out
location
that
for
Faraday
safety.
bag.
And we're unpacking here and whatnot. And we take the thing, we find this, and somebody had given us one of the, oh, here it is. Yeah, one of these little, you see what these little devices are? They can, like, I don't know if
What is that?
Like a magnifying glass.
signal detector, right?
No, it's
Oh.
a signal
So
detector.
somebody,
to
they were
detect
worried about us, so they
electronics.
said, you need to use this to sweep for bugs and cameras.
It's like an EMF detector.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It'll
I have
detect
a few
signals.
of those.
Work.
I don't
Is
know how
that,
to use
is that an eyeglass to see infrared or no?
I think it's to see cameras and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's for infrared. Wait,
You should
can I say
link
something
up
real
with a
quick?
tech company and sell your own brand. Just tell Candace to post it in her shop. You'll
Yeah.
split it with her. You'll make a killing.
I really do need to start selling some merch here because the lawyer bills are
Show
starting to
everyone the
stack
bug.
up.
Okay, Forbidden. I have like 5 of those from Temu. Okay, and then but I don't.
So
know-
what kind of bug is it? I want to see.
The glass, that's it. That's it. Or there's an app on your phone that can.
You want to keep
Allie
watching? You
can
want me to
you
tell you what
she's done
happened?
Enough. She's
Fast forward it.
the
I don't want to
brightness and
fast forward
contrast
too
for-
much.
That's all it is.
Just use the arrows on your
speed it up. I'll
keyboard.
speed it up.
No, but I like walk around.
Yeah.
I'm like, what am I supposed to see with this little thing?
That's when you know you're
really
going
loud and like.
That's if you're scanning your house for bugs. That's when you've been investigating the Kirk event like way too much.
You know, that's what
For real.
you know, it's like that's pretty cool.
Cameras like my shit.
I sort of blew it off after a while, and then we got one of these things. And I was like, "Oh, hey, honey, where'd that thing go?" And we went and got it, and we put it on the table there. And I went ahead and I put the thing over it. And I'll be damned if the damn thing didn't go off. It starts going beep, and I'm like, "Oh,
Whoa.
hell no!"
What the heck?
Yo, we need Candace to confirm this story because he's saying that he's calling Candace too, and that the thing's beeping. I think he said
That's
he called
crazy.
Candace. I don't know if he was joking or if he was, but
You gotta
bring
we
the
end up
fucking thing
making a
out.
video of it, and I'm like, beep, beep, beep. So now look at, and I'm sending this video to Candace Owens and Stu Peters, and
Oh my gosh.
you know what they tell me? The craziest freaking thing they tell me is they're like, "You've got to dissect it, Mitch." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? What, do you think I have a lab coat and it's Dexter's Laboratory back here? Where's my spyglass? What? I'm some sort of nanotechnology entomologist. I just have degrees I'm pulling out of. No, man. If you want to go ahead,
No, you know what you got to do? Seriously, no bullshit. You got to get a pair of those AI glasses. You got to find somebody that knows how to work Claude code, and you have to have software that could install into the glasses to use to analyze the bug. I thought that was a good idea.
And then the next thing you
I'm,
got
I'm dead serious. That
well,
actually,
that's a
It
better
is.
than Candace Owens had. You know.
Then you gotta show us the
Send it
bug.
to Danks.
send it to you, Dank.
Yeah, you guys
Yo,
can have
Danks
the
is
damn
not going to
thing.
want anything to do with it. I'll tell you what, you send the bug to me and I'll tell Danks to make the glass. I think I was spot on with that, no?
You should never accept gifts from this guy because it might be a bomb. And I was thinking about sending it to him.
I don't want it to touch my code base at all.
You should swallow the bug and then go to your doctor and get an X-ray.
Mitch,
Right. I don't.
You tell one of these stories on a plane, you're gonna get yourself in more trouble.
I probably
More
shouldn't bring that
trouble than
bug
he's
on
already
either.
in.
I don't know how I'm going to get it Candace
It
Owens.
looks like he's aged over this story. He's aged a little bit.
Oh, wait. Well, I've got a bug with me. Don't worry about it. It's just a small bomb.
Do not fly with the bug.
Don't play with her.
At least it's not
I'm
a-
serious. You can eat it.
So
So that,
that
that's
was
pretty, that's
that
pretty
looked
much
like
the story. He ends up pulling out the bug, and then I was telling him to get rubber gloves and trying to get him to dissect it, but he wouldn't do it.
I don't know if I mean rubber gloves. You don't need any gloves. Just go in and get some.
He didn't want to do it. He wouldn't take it out of the bag. He
Did
took
he
it
show,
out of
he
the
didn't never
Faraday.
showed you guys?
Oh no, he showed the bug.
Oh, he does. Oh, we got the bug.
He shows the bug.
Show the
Hold on.
bug.
Hold on, let me see if I can find, because he doesn't get it
find
right away. He ends up getting it. Let me see. I'm scrolling.
Yeah. So
I
I'll
had to
let
like
you
really pull teeth for him to freaking pull this bug out.
do your thing. I'm gonna play this clip over here.
All right, yeah.
So Candace says a lot here in this clip, and I thought it was interesting to just hear her kind of rant on this. Find that moment. I think it's like the last 10 minutes or so of yesterday. Let me see here. Share this tab. Add to stage. Here we go.
Reacted, not walked away. He knew he just
Let me see if it's
deal
here.
with the devil. Satan comes
Here
in.
we go. Right here.
By the time we're done with this stuff, because there's a lot more information that we have had, but we wait for them all to lie on the record repeatedly. Because we even need to know who like the commentators are that betrayed Charlie. Some people I could never look in the face. How dare you? How dare you? Who are you? Who raised you? Money, that's it? Your soul? Your whole soul? Deal with the devil? He comes in, he's like, hey, money, riches, jewelry, plastic surgery. You can have lips done. You can have 2 properties. You can vacay down in Miami.
See, the thing is with this is I feel like it's not just for vanity. It's not just for the money. If it is, I think somebody from the top down is dictating this. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's just for them to, to just, why would you take out the golden goose? Because the golden goose is the one bringing in all the bread, right?
Yeah, this is definitely not for money, not on the level of anybody with TPUSA. I think the majority of people that are still working for TPUSA that don't believe the narrative are probably scared.
What do you mean?
I mean, if there's anybody working for Turning Point USA that does not believe that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk with a 30-06 and they're not speaking up, it's got to be because they're scared. Like, I'm not here assuming guilt. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just
are
saying.
they held to anything to not be able to speak about any of this stuff?
I don't think you could hold people to not speak about potential crimes. I don't know as far as like the exact language.
Oh, you're saying
contracts.
Well, if they just don't believe, that's different than knowing a crime.
Well, especially if you have, like, reason to believe or reason not to believe the narrative. I mean,
yeah. I just there's more to it than that, I think, right? Here, let me keep playing.
All you have to do is let Charlie Kirk die and play your audience like they're dumb when it's so obvious that they're being.
Do you think that she just thinks that they did it for taking over the business to take in more money and that they're all going to get paid? I don't think she's there with that, right?
no, I mean, I can't speak for Candace, but I feel like everybody that doesn't believe the narrative believes that it was, this decision came from very, very high up.
Yeah, because if you think about Barron's plane FOIA and then the response that he got being from the presidential airlift group, the president is literally him and his team. So that was interesting. You know about that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did some research into that. It covered that a little bit as well. So, it's like it goes all the way up to Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, President of the United States. That's what it looks like. No?
Well, Erica Kirk is still prancing around the White House from time to time. So,
well, we're going to see. Candace, she says she put in a waves order to get who was like her going into the White House, Erica. So she FOIA'd that. So we're waiting on that. But I don't know. Can we trust what we get from the government as far as FOIA requests? What do you think?
they can't scrub everything. I mean, I guess technically they can, but I feel like if you keep digging, eventually you're going to find something.
Yeah. something will pop up, right?
Yeah.
Told lies. And that's it. You're like, yeah, cool. Hell of eternity. That's great. As long as I can get that beach house in Miami. Life's a blip, people. This ain't it. This ain't it. You can't take it with you when you go. Anyway, I think yesterday that I said to you that accidentally said that we wouldn't be back until August 13th.
Yeah, so she went in this whole episode. She showed, so there is this right here that I find very fascinating. Barron gave his thesis on it yesterday. Actually, we might be able to pull that up. So we've all probably seen this, but Barron, he does explain what he thinks it is in the beginning, I believe, of yesterday. Let me see. Go to his channel and play his recent live. So this is a very interesting finding. This one. Right in here somewhere, I think. Yeah, right here. So there's this piece you saw. There was like this weird metal, like cardboard piece in the back. Okay, I think he explains it right here, right? Let's see.
And when I was talking to Candace last night, she shared with me that she was doing the same thing. That this, and it's all covered in some sort of a tempered glass. You can see it shining off the studio lights in the background. And it's a lot of it. It's a lot of it. And so she allowed everyone to come to the defense. This adhesive off, this plastic sheath on the back, it's sticky and it's got a medicine in it. I've used these on my shoulder. I have a bad shoulder, and I will put these right here, and they will help soothe the shoulder. The skin will absorb that lidocaine.
So the picture that Barron put up on his ex, there's bruising around Charlie's body up towards his pec on the inner rib, on the outer rib, I guess. And it's bruising all around, but then there's a white patch, like as if something was there, you know? I believe that's what he's explaining here.
And so I don't know, did he have a broken rib and he had a lidocaine patch right there? But if so, why did they take it off?
And shout out to Barron, man. He was sick. He's still been sick, I think, today as well.
He is.
He was sweating and he went through it, but he champed it out for sure.
This had to be taken off while he was under the table.
Oh,
and the reason I say that is because the picture I have, the metadata says it was about 24 to 26 seconds after the Big Bang. If you remember, after the Big Bang, Charlie goes down. Everybody's behind the table and they're doing stuff. Everybody's grabbing. They actually lift Charlie's arm up at one point. No idea what they're doing under there. Arm comes back down. Maybe in the coming days or weeks, we'll go over some of that footage. That arm comes down, and then they carry him off. And when they carry him off, his shirt is kind of rolled up here. And they're holding on to that shirt with their hands. They're not supporting his head. His head is dangling at an angle I cannot make my neck do. Like it's kind of like upside down.
The carelessness that they did with Charlie is just remarkable. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, just dragged him
down. The image I have shows his face and his head and his neck, and that's why I was asked not to show the picture, because I do think that picture would be traumatic to his family. I genuinely do. He looks dead. And his neck is being held in such a position that I just am shocked, frankly, shocked that these sons of biscuits did not protect his head and neck as they were carrying him off and chucking him into an SUV like a side of beef. When you have one of these and you're broadcasting from it, I'm going to broadcast from it now for just a moment so you guys can hear what it sounds like. I'm going to switch from my regular mic to the Rode Go wireless mic. That's what I'm broadcasting from now. It's in here. You can't see it, but it is in here. It's clipped with the black magnet that you guys see on Charlie's shirt. I have no idea what I sound like right now. The microphone is on the inside of my shirt. The magnet is on the outside of my shirt. This is the setup he had.
He should have wore a white shirt. I will say, but other than that, masterful.
Now, in order to operate this mic to a computer, in order to operate this mic into a computer, I'm going to flip back to my regular mic because you guys say it sounds like crap. back on the regular mic. In order to operate this microphone, this is the mic. You can see it's on, lights on. In order to operate this microphone to a computer to capture audio on a computer in real time, it has to have one of these. You'll see this is on. This is the receiver for the audio. You can see it's connected to my computer right now with a cord, a C2C connection. Doing this means my Rode microphone is attached to my computer. It's recording locally to my computer. I mean, it's not recording locally. It's recording to my computer. You guys that are complaining about the audio being under the shirt, that ought to tell you why what they were doing with Charlie Kirk was not correct.
What do you think about, I don't want to keep playing his whole clip here, but when I think about all of this, and it's a great episode, you should go check it out. I highly encourage watching Baron. He does a great job breaking things down. Friend of the show as well. What is your thoughts about all of this and about where Candace is at and about the microphone theory in general? Alive, dead, where are you at with all of this?
Hold on, let me just adjust my microphone. Hold on, I've been having problems with this thing. For some reason, every time I adjust this mic, it gets like a little lower. I got to figure out what's going on with that. So you're asking my thoughts, what, on the investigation and theories in general? Because I've bounced around. Well, I mean, I said
where we are with the current narrative and the microphone and all theory about the.
Well, I said 2 weeks, 2, maybe 3, maybe even longer, maybe about a month ago. You know, because I've been trying to be very objective to every theory, every possibility, even to the detriment of my own channel. And I've been transparent about this process, but there have been times where I thought that he was shot. There was time earlier on where I thought that maybe he was shot from a different angle. There were times that I thought that he wasn't shot, that it was something else. There were times that I was starting to think that the whole thing was staged and maybe he's not dead at all. As things have played out, though, I have been believing more and more that he's dead. I do believe he's dead. I do believe that there is activity that's going on under the shirt that needs to be explained. I wasn't as much on the lapel microphone as I was curious about the necklace, though. And, you know, like I know more recently, more people have brought this up. And when I said it, it hadn't really been getting talked about as much, you know, from other creators. So people thought I was crazy because they say, well, if it's leaning on his chest, how could it be? But the thing is 2 things. One, the theory that they could have expected damage on the chest and then it went wrong. If it stands for the microphone theory, it could also stand for the necklace theory. And 2 is if Charlie leaned forward a lot. So if he's leaning forward at any point and then something goes off, it helps with the trajectory. Now, I'm not saying that I'm sold on the necklace. Like right now, there's a lot of evidence, you know, towards the mic, especially with all the plastic. But I just, the one thing that throws me off is I don't know how the security team, if they knew that it was going to happen, how would they have been so sloppy not to clean that plastic out of the car? You know what I mean? Like you would think that they would have taken
it's glass, I think. No,
well, glass, plastic, whatever it is. Any physical evidence that falls off of Charlie while they're bringing him in, you would think that they would sweep.
Well, that's what they got rid of the car. It's just gone. Bro.
Not before someone got some pictures. Not before someone got some pictures.
Yeah, I guess there might have been more. I don't know. Maybe they got rid of what they thought, and then they just were like, I don't know. But yeah,
the whole case is just so strange. It's just so strange. But there, like I said, there are certain anomalies that just like everything. Okay, so for this to make sense, you have to have a rational explanation for everything, and not just, you know, broken glass or plastic in the back seat and, you know, the blood and whatnot, but for the behavior of everybody on the scene and everybody afterwards, including Erica. Those text messages need to be explained. Different decisions that were made with, you know, anybody who left the company and anybody that got promoted, that all needs to be looked at, you know, and it's just really, really shameful that there has not been a proper investigation. And anybody who's trying to say otherwise is either lying, they're shilling, or they're just flat out retarded, because there has not been an investigation. When Joe Kent is going to Kash Patel saying that he wants to check for foreign involvement, you know, just to make sure or whatever, and he's being told not to, that is hindering an investigation. So the second you see any type of hindering like that, and then don't even get me started on the whole timeline with Tyler Robinson and the Discord messages, because what drives me the craziest, and anybody who's been paying attention the last 2 weeks, especially to my channel, knows, because I've said this before. You notice that when they talk about Tyler Robinson and assuming his guilt, Danks, what do you think? What's like the first thing that they say? Like what's the big piece of evidence? And you should get this question right, because you and I did a reenactment.
The Discord message.
The Discord messages, right? And then when people like me say, hey, well, you know, this Lance Twiggs fellow, you know, he seems a little shady. He was the guy that kind of sounded like was being described in those initial 911 calls. Like, isn't it possible that maybe, just maybe, Lance Twiggs had a little more to do with this, and that he's kind of throwing Tyler under the bus or setting him up, that he could have had access to those Discord messages? And even with somebody so close to the case that for some strange reason is getting some level of immunity, and that the prosecution doesn't want him to testify. But, you know, a lot of these other creators that are pushing the narrative are trying to go to those Discord messages like that is the proof. But then 2 weeks ago,
anybody could have hacked the system and done that.
Hold on, let me finish though, because this is the good part. This is where it gets spicy, because these same people out there that are trying to tell you that the Discord messages are the proof that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk were the first ones trying to convince everybody that Daniel Cormier and Eric Trump got hacked, when Daniel Cormier is posting on X DMs from his own account saying that Eric Trump was trying to get inside information on the UFC fights to bet, and asking if fights were fixed. And they're like, he got hacked. Of course he got hacked. The same people that said that it's unreasonable. They're basically saying you're anti-Semitic, or just, you know, some conspiracy theorist if you think that Tyler Robinson could have gotten hacked. You know, they're so sure that Daniel Cormier did, even though he took the comment right down. He never said that he got hacked. He said that everybody was stupid for believing it. When he got asked in person on camera, he looked really, really shady and really suspicious and kind of scared. But these same people, they all tell you that he got hacked. You know, it's a double standard. It's a huge double standard. And the fact that there has not been a legitimate investigation into either case, for that matter, because if you ask me, the fact that there's no investigation and we're not hearing anything about the Daniel Cormier, Eric Trump thing shows you that there's a level of corruption where things are getting swept under the rug. So if they swept that one under the rug, what makes you think that they didn't sweep this one under the rug? Danks, what do you think? Sorry, was that a little heavy?
It's fine.
I mean, it's not a girl goes into a party bus with 3 black guys, but you know what I mean? If you're just watching, that's a reference to one of Danks's when he passed
earlier.
it to me at a time.
Watch earlier. Watch the beginning. Look,
you gotta watch the beginning of the show for that one. Sorry.
I think that the whole thing is just one big psyop. I don't trust a thing. You know, from the very beginning. I say this all the time. From the very beginning, from the screwdriver on the roof to apparently having the rifle on the roof, shooting it, dismantling it, all within milliseconds, and
putting it back together without the screwdriver.
Putting it back together. I mean, when you go back to that, and then the dogs didn't find the gun, and then the gun doesn't match the bullet, they can't match. It's like the shirt itself, the way that it implodes or explodes or whatever, air going everywhere. The fact that his head didn't just blow right off. There's so much, man. It's the Mikey McCoy is very suspect. So is Farnsworth taking the footage. I mean, you could go all the way to now to call out sketchy shit. Eric,
all the flip flopping. Rob McCoy, he was on Fox News right when Charlie got shot, saying, obviously, in my opinion, this was a professional hit. And then all of a sudden, a couple days later, obviously they got the guy because of the Discord messages. You know what I mean? It's like, get the fuck out of here.
Tyler Robinson was the professional hitman, huh?
Yeah, it's just such a joke. It's such a joke. Erica Kirk in the text messages, she's getting on Glenn Beck. I know I talk about this every day, but you know
Well,
what?
we
I'm going to
haven't
keep
even
talking
seen-
about it. And you know what
we
I
ha-
haven't talked about in a while? Fucking Rick Cutler smiling over Charlie while he's bleeding out. No, nobody's talked about that in a while. Why was he smiling? Why was he smiling? Simple question. What was so funny? What was so funny?
Man, maybe he was just like, you know, working, and it was like that works, like kind of like grimacing. I don't know, you know, benefit of the doubt, maybe.
Yeah. It's so funny. Charlie's bleeding out. You know, we had one job, keep the guy alive. Now he's dead. Let's just pick him up like a freaking body in a sack, like in Jeepers Creepers, and throw him in the fucking SUV. Like, it's crazy. You ever seen that movie? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When he's just like picking him up and just dropping him in the hole. That's like exactly how they threw him in that SUV. Disgusting.
Yeah, like a side of beef, you know, quote of Baron. I mean, when you see how they've all acted, you see how everybody is pushing that, you know, when you have the freaking prosecutor has been held in contempt of court for speaking out and breaking the gag order, and the penalty that they were trying to remove because the death penalty of Tyler Robinson could be influenced from the prosecutor going out and saying that and prejudicing the jury. To be safe, you would take the death penalty off the table. They asked for that. The judge declined it. And instead of being held in contempt and going to jail like any one of us would do, if we disrupted a court case, we'd be in trouble. But instead, they just have to pay for the fines of the defense to file this motion.
You know, and another thing Barron said that I 100% agree with is that they never expected that this was not planned to go to trial. The reason that there's such a lack of transparency and that the FBI doesn't want to give up any of this evidence is because they were not prepared for it. They weren't prepared to have him walk in and ask to speak to a lawyer. And they came out giving the speech after all of our hard work and efforts and the FBI and the state and the his parents turned him in and he said he did it. It's like, get the fuck, like, how stupid. Like, I ask myself, like, how stupid do they think we are? And then I see other people that believe this shit. And I'm like, oh, that's why. Because of these retards. You know what I mean? Like, there are a lot of people that are stupid enough to believe this. Or maybe not stupid. I shouldn't say retarded. Misinformed. You know, people that are still, you know, tuning into Sean Hannity on a weeknight to get their news, you know, to find out about how bad the Muslims are and how great our greatest ally is. And that you need to vote now. Make sure the Republicans stay in office or the Democrats are going to take over the world. It's like, yo. Meanwhile, they're all eating at the same steakhouse. They're all going to the same party. White House Correspondents' Dinner. They're all sitting there drinking champagne. Erica Kirk said it herself. It's a big club, and we're not in it. And they're all full of shit, and they don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't care about our children, and they didn't care about Charlie.
Let's see what happened here.
And at 8:02 p.m., he calls me. Hey, I can tell his voice is kind of shaky. So my first thought is, who died? Like, who's he going to tell me that died? And then I couldn't fathom what actually came out of his mouth. So he said, hey, I know who Charlie Kirk shooter is. I know the family through religious association, and he's in Washington County now, and we're working on trying to get him to come in voluntarily.
He looks nervous as fuck, bro.
Isn't that the guy Cox that doesn't work there anymore?
Yeah.
Shocker.
Pretty sure. He looks nervous as shit.
During that phone call,
God bless
information
him.
was provided about Tyler potentially having some suicidal ideations, was en route to a remote area.
What? Suicidal ideations? They're just planting seeds or what?
Yeah.
Planting them early, huh?
I think so too. Yeah. They got to do something with him now, you know.
Suicidal ideation.
He said he did
Where'd
it. Now
you get all that?
If he's suicidal, then why would he turn himself in? Like, it makes no sense. If you're suicidal and you think that you're going to go to jail, no, that's like when, you know, like, I'm not going to say anything out loud, but, you know, if that's how you're feeling, I don't think you're going to decide to go to jail. Like, it just doesn't make sense. I feel like there are much better places that you could go.
Well, maybe it's ideations. So maybe he was like, man, maybe I should just do that instead of going to jail.
County. The parents convinced him not to do that. And
oh my God. What? The parents? Oh, come on. Give me a break. Hold on a second.
And we're working on trying to get him to come in voluntarily. During that phone call, some information was provided about Tyler potentially having some suicidal ideations, was en route to a remote area, Washington County. The parents convinced him not to do that.
In and out to remote area, Washington County.
I'm sure.
Just slip that in there.
Yeah, I'm sure he had such what's the word? Ideations. He had such ideations, just like Virginia Giuffre, just like Mark Middleton, just like J.E., just like everybody else that they just need to get off of the board.
So let's see what he says here.
En route to a remote area, Washington County. The parents convinced him not to do that, and conveyed that they would stand by him and help him surrender peacefully. Within the hour, my friend drove Tyler and his parents to my office, where he was greeted by plainclothes detectives. So that was part of the deal. Is Tyler knew it was just inevitable with all the law enforcement pressure that his picture in the news, the gun on the news. He knew it was inevitable that he would be caught. He was fearful of a SWAT team hit on his house
he said it, bro. He knew that a shootout was coming.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like ideations. If he had ideations, he would just sit and wait for it. It seems like, hey, I don't want to die. Let me turn myself in with my family or lawyer or whoever, maybe a friend that's a cop, maybe a family friend that's a cop that can make sure that it's going to be done right when I get there. That makes a hell of a lot more sense than what they've been pitching us.
No,
but he's got such ideations that he's worried about the SWAT team showing up. Let me get there first. Like, yo, please.
Fed slop, huh?
Please.
He was fearful of being shot by law enforcement.
Those ideations were so strong. He was afraid he was going to get shot. Like, yo, come on.
So part of the negotiation and getting him to bring himself in was that we would treat it as delicate and as soft as possible to make him feel comfortable to where he would show up at my office. And
we decided not to ambush the house and kill everybody inside of it. Sorry, guys.
they were too busy getting the Discord messages in order.
It's sad, bro. We laugh, but it's sad. It's like, imagine this, like, this is all they got.
3 months since the shocking assassination of Charlie Kirk. Today, the 22-year-old suspect accused of gunning down the father of two made his first appearance in court in person.
Charlie Kirk's accused assassin appears very much at ease at his first in-person court appearance. Tyler Robinson, dressed in a shirt and tie, sat between his attorneys, smiling and chatting with them as he awaited the judge. His hands and feet are handcuffed, but cameras are not allowed to show the shackles, out of concern that it would be prejudicial to prospective jurors. News Nation's Brian Enton is there.
This is the first time we've ever seen Tyler Robinson in person. I noticed he's skinny. He's a small guy. He did smile at one point with his attorneys. Tyler Robinson's
This right here is what I want to show. Like, they're trying to say
that was the footage. That was the footage that they used to ID him. Remember?
That's crazy.
That was his mother saw that image and said, "Oh my God, my son did it."
That one. It was that one, or it was the one where he's walking up the stairs.
No, I think it was that one. The one that with the stairs come out later.
Are you serious?
I'm pretty
Let me
sure.
see. Tyler Robinson.
Wasn't that the one that was on the FBI website that they said that they used to that was how they found it?
Let me play this right here. Hold on.
Let me bring in Morgan Chesky. You may have seen him there at that news conference in Utah. So, Morgan, a couple of things. We had known based on NBC News reporting that it was Robinson's parents who first suspected it may, in fact, have been their son when they saw some photographs that were released by law enforcement here. But what we just heard provides tremendous new detail on the conversations here, that it was Robinson's mother who said to his father, we need to look into this further, who told police, I'm quoting here, that her son had started to lean more to the left. She's the one who said that Robinson was beginning to.
Like, they're just going to immediately think about the political aspect of all of this.
It's such a sick joke. It's just
The
a
parents,
sick
oh,
joke.
he started going left. Like, how the fuck do you know, bro? Like, what are you talking about? Politics, left and right. What? They started to go left? They're probably wondering about their kid and what the heck is going on. They're not talking about if he's going left or right. What the
And guys,
heck?
never forget that the day that Charlie was killed, Congress was voting to seal the files. That is another important data point that nobody can forget. And
What
they
do you
weren't
mean?
they were voting in Congress whether or not to release the files on September 10th. And they didn't talk about it on the news. They didn't talk about it the next day or the day after that.
Of course not. So here, it's these. Here, let's see. So
Robinson's time spent online, the potential communication with individuals outside of state lines, that does open the potential door for federal charges. But we have a much better idea as to a very grim timeline, particularly with Robinson's own mother recognizing him from those images that were released by investigators, then going to his father who agreed with her. And then I think it was so telling.
these are the
how
ones. You're gonna tell me these images are that's your son? Even if you're gonna, and then it happens to be he admits it anyways.
Yeah, brought to the people that told you that he has a weapon in his skinny jeans with his knees bent.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Poor
And that's
kid,
why
bro.
our show is called
No, I mean,
You're
I say poor.
Stupid.
I say poor kid because it's like, I don't know, man. You know, it's like maybe he was involved in some manner, you know, but
I think that there is a high probability that he was involved to some degree, but we can't speculate on what degree his level of knowledge or involvement that was going to happen was, because there was not an investigation. Nobody's hearing from him.
well, maybe they're saving it for a court now.
Yeah.
For coming up.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah,
you know?
just like they're saving Lance Twiggs for the trial, right? He's not going to be cross-examined at the preliminary. He's just going to phone it in with a pre-recorded message. It's like, what?
So the problem with that is that once they had introduced this pre-recording of Lance Twiggs and used this hearsay, because that's considered hearsay, as testimony on behalf of Lance Twiggs to convict Tyler Robinson, then it makes it into court and it makes it into the trial. And if Lance Twiggs disappears, they got that into the trial.
He
It's in
should
there.
not be allowed. If Lance Twiggs is not cross-examined, then this is kangaroo courts. This is theater. It needs to be thrown out. You cannot properly have a trial. You got to remember, Tyler Robinson is innocent until proven guilty beyond a shadow of a doubt. If all the guilt is built around the Discord messages and Lance Twiggs' testimony, then he needs to be on trial. He needs to be cross-examined properly and without bias. Or else you cannot prove Tyler Robinson's guilt without a cross-examination from Lance Twiggs. You just can't.
100%. Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of bullshit going on in the case. And
But then again, this is America, where they think that you could have elections, with all this foreign money flooding in, and that the people don't even have to have a debate. You could dodge a draft, you could dodge a debate. Maybe you could dodge a cross-examination too, right? God bless America. That's what we're turning into. And if you don't support Benihana's, then you're un-American. What can I tell you?
we're just not American enough, I guess. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's nice to see that they're getting pushback finally. I don't know if it's fake or not. I think the White House level, JD Vance, I think that's all scripted, but the general consensus nationwide is lowering for the positivity of our favorite ally. And I think it's important that we keep
That's a really generous way to put it, thanks.
Trying to be generous. So, but we're dealing with some pretty radical things and people. There is Palantir, and Palantir is literally ran by insane people, man. These people are trying to
The guy
take
does
over,
seminars about the Antichrist.
trying to take over the world with this ideology of literally passing on the earth to robots, doing our deed as humans to pass on to robots. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous.
Shauna is
Peter
right.
Thiel
It's
is
terrifying. I'm looking at one of the comments. Shauna says it's
100%.
terrifying. Like that's really like it just sums it up in a nutshell. All right, guys, I think that we've been stressed enough for a minute. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to see the bug.
The bug.
Yeah, they
Show
were
the
asking
bug.
about it earlier. Hold on,
Show the bug.
they got to put their 1s up first. Maybe they've moved on from the topic.
Let's
Maybe they
see,
want to watch
so-
Maybe they want to watch some Paramount Tactical. You don't know.
In the meantime, I'll play this.
Oh no, we see the 1s. Let's go
Here.
back to the. Let's
This
give
is
the people
short.
what they want.
This is short.
Okay.
This is short.
President owes the American people an apology.
Another bug.
Making an offensive statement that Israel only exists because the United States created it is disrespectful to millions of Americans, many of whom have had relatives who died in the Holocaust. Israel was created through the blood, sweat, and tears of the Jews in the aftermath of the greatest tragedy in the history of the world.
Oh,
and America
my
wasn't
goodness.
always a great friend to Israel in its earliest formational days. So some of the rhetoric has been pretty terrible, and I'm not going to be afraid to call it out.
Yeah, and I would say Israel exists because of God, not because of the United States or anything that America has done.
Exactly.
Congressman Randy Fine.
That was kind of a decent response. It's like, yeah, you guys, nobody's control. Yeah, I don't know. Either way.
The wrong
Randy
bug,
Fine.
Danks.
Go ahead. You ready?
I'm born ready, bro.
See that bug, son.
What
Put your, put your
No,
safety
I think it was
glasses on
joking.
first. It's in a effing Faraday bag. Yeah, because I was going to mail it up.
Mitch, you better find a pair of rubber gloves. He was afraid to open it.
He's going to get gloves.
No, we'll be all right. We'll be all right.
Oh my God, do you have a mask
Yo,
on?
Charlotte,
What the heck? That tripped me out too. Got a
You
mask.
gotta see this thing. It's like I've never. You see how big that bug is?
What the heck?
glare.
Oh,
There's a glare.
You gotta take it out of the bag.
Oh hell no! dude. Nice try. What are you working for, Brian Harper or something?
It really wasn't glare though.
No.
Mitch, that's why I told you to get the gloves. I said get a pair of rubber gloves.
Candace Owens, she still wouldn't give me her PO address or anything for that thing. You know?
They tell you to bug off.
don't blame her.
Bug off.
Yeah, that was pretty much the point where we were like, okay, this is silliness. Yeah, we have to start worrying about huge bugs coming through in the middle of Christmas.
Middle of
That's
Christmas. Oh, yeah, it's during Christmas. Oh,
the
shit.
Christmas bug. Yeah,
Yeah, don't open that
And
bag.
we're gonna.
The government was shut down at that time. So where did it come from?
Yo, and shout out to Keats. That's Keats right there. He was on the stream with us, you know.
Oh, shout out to Keats. Yeah, hell yeah.
Shout out to everybody that was on. Yo, dude, I'm telling you, next time Allie does this, you got to come on. This was a lot of fun. It's a lot of
Oh,
fun. She did this right. You want me to keep going for a minute, or?
Well, what kind of bug
saw,
was it?
We saw the bug.
Was it a bug? I mean, it was.
We don't know. He wouldn't open the bag. He wouldn't open the freaking bag.
Huh.
I should have had him put the thing over it to see if it really beeped. This is at like 4 a.m. though. I was done. I was up for a long time. It was wild. It was wild. I was dying though. He's sitting there talking about freaking a beeping bug that Candace Owens is telling him to dissect. I was like, what?
How about this though? I mean, they're really just they're doing
Jeepers,
it right.
creepers. Where'd you get those peepers?
This is how they're just like
Just fucking
dragging
him. Yeah,
Is
just
his
chuck him
legs
in
is
there.
dragging on the
Yeah,
ground?
chuck him in there. Get him out of
Grabbing
there.
him by the shirt. Brian is still trying to undo the patch. Is that what he's trying to do? Or
I don't know what the hell they're trying to do.
who are these guys, bro? Like, where did these guys come from?
Allie knows. I'm sure
I
Barron
mean,
does too.
Who is this? Is that Cutler?
Yeah, that's Rick Cutler.
Looks like
I could tell that hairline a mile away.
this is interesting imagery. These guys, man, they I don't understand how all these people, they don't get fired. You know, Butler, lady, the CIA lady, she quit or whatever.
Well, the woman that was heading Secret Service, and
Secret Service,
she
yeah.
only quit because she was pressured from Congress after testifying, and she looked like a damn fool.
That's what I'm saying. And then Brian Hartpole, all these people, Dan Flood, you know, how many times Trump's got this situation, the White House Correspondents' Dinner, like we don't hear about any changes. So it's all just smoke and mirrors. Pushing Erica Kirk during that situation, that's crazy. You know,
So
the fact
wild.
that Candace found that out is wild.
So wild. Everything about this, it's just an insult to the intelligence of the American people.
Speaking of, I know you like this one right here. She does a pretty interesting job on this right here. Check this out. And Feckety.
Oh yeah.
There being a video where Charlie Kirk.
Shout out to her too. I streamed with her the other night.
I just don't think they're going to be that happy about who it actually is.
Here's this beautiful, articulate, energetic black woman who's going to bring truth to power. I might go into early retirement, folks. Whole thing right here. I mean, seriously, it's unbelievable. War, I'll tell you what. I'll close with this. I'm such a believer in Candace, and if the 20th century taught us one thing, through the horror, through the slaughter, through the genocide, through the wars, the one thing it taught us is a single individual, one person, can change the course of history. Whether it be Gandhi, Winston Churchill, Ronald Reagan, Dwight D. Eisenhower, Margaret Thatcher. And I believe you're looking at one of the people that 50 years from now
Him too.
is going to be one of those people that will turn around. Thank you guys so much for your help.
Yeah. But everyone from TPUSA wants to say that he didn't even like her anymore. They weren't friends.
That's proof right there, bro. Doesn't matter when you say that.
He's not saying something like that if he does. You know what I mean? Like, and maybe there was some other like shenanigans in politics behind the scenes that had to do with other people that didn't like Candace that could have been affecting his business, and he felt that he had to distance himself. And that's just like pure spitball speculation. And, you know, but that's understandable. Like that would be understandable. But to try to say that Charlie Kirk did not consider Candace Owens a friend and did not think highly of her and did not believe in her is just pure bullshit.
And the people that all seem to have the same ideations, they all they're basically aligning with this particular nation and government. Ian Carroll had some strong words, but ultimately it was over this video. And I don't know, have you seen this?
Of course I've seen this.
So our
Holy
favorite
shit.
ally, the ones that
your
are
favorite ally,
backing
maybe.
Turning Point USA, the ones that are backing every politician in our literally in our political apparatus, the one that has bought out Trump with hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars, given him the rights to run the Board of Peace and run the finances, billions of dollars there, making money in the market. This is the backers of that right here.
Israel's existence is not negotiable, and it does not depend on superpowers or the public opinion. And if they keep pushing Israel to the corner, they are the ones who are going to suffer the most. Israel hasn't used everything that it has. And Israel, on a purpose, did not expose the advanced weapons that it has for a very important reason. We don't want the enemy to know what we are having. And now, at this point, we're just playing around.
Bro, you know when the hands are moving like that, he's fucking pissed.
This guy sounds, listening to him talk, it sounds like he has Jonathan Pollard's cock in his mouth.
Look at his face, bro. Look at that face. That guy is not messing around, bro. Jonathan Pollard ain't got shit on this guy right here.
I don't know about that.
So this is the clear message.
Jonathan Pollard stole secrets. This guy wants to nuke everybody.
Yeah, so does Jonathan Pollard. He says the same thing. Why do you think I brought it up? He's been on the record. Just think about this. Just think about this for a second. And this is actually, a little spoiler. This was gonna this was gonna be one of my arguments with Gary. I'll give him a heads up. I know he's watching, taking notes. So Jonathan Pollard, right? This guy was in what? Navy intelligence. He stole our secrets. He gave them to our not so greatest ally, who gave them to our sworn enemy, the Soviet Union, during the Cold War. Okay? he got sentenced. He was in jail for like 30 years. Our current ambassador for our not so greatest ally, Mike Huckabee, I'm sure you've heard of him. That was one of Jonathan Pollard's friends and advocates to get him released from prison. Now Jonathan Pollard gets released from prison. He's living over there. And he's saying that if America doesn't keep supporting our not so greatest ally, that they should nuke us.
Do you think they should? Obviously not. I mean, the fact that they would openly just state this stuff is out of control, man. It's like after everything that we've done for them, you know, whether we wanted to or not, we have, you know, the dollars, all the money, the military, the planes, the tanks, the everything, the firearms, you name it. This is how they act.
The non-prosecution agreements.
The nonprofits.
Those who think that they can annihilate Israel. Behind Israel is existence, is the creator. Israel is not coincidental. I try not to, sorry for the long answer, please.
That's one.
He's doing
I try not
the reverse
to
bird
use-
hands, bro. The reverse bird hands. That's that gangster
Yo,
shit.
look at
right
that
there.
look right there. What is he looking at? Look at those eyes.
Looks like he's looking at his night piece right there.
He's looking.
He's like, I'm
looking like
almost
he's-
done, mama. I'll be right there.
Yeah,
when
no,
I'm
I was
done
gonna
with
say
this
something a little bit different. I said he looks like he's looking at Jonathan Pollard's ass.
Oh no!
These people
Looks like he's looking at Donald Trump's ass. Donald Trump and what's
He's the Messiah until he wants peace. Then Trump's not the Messiah anymore.
No.
Sorry, guys.
This is the Antichrist.
False alarm. He wants peace. He's not the Messiah.
God, because God could mean anything for anybody. But if they think the Israeli survival, 5,000 years, is coincidental, they need to rethink.
The guy's a joke, bro. Israel's not been around for 5,000 years. What are you talking about, dude? You need to learn your geography and history. It's just crazy, bro. I mean, I don't know. It looks like with, you know, what do you think? Do you think JD Vance is just blowing smoke with all of this talk against you better watch out and stop acting like this? We're your favorite ally and we take care of you. Do you believe in Vance and Trump pushing back, or do you think it's all show?
I think there's a better chance that he's literally Erica Kirk's brother than that JD Vance is going to save America. I'll just leave it at that.
I'm just saying, you know, it's to me, it doesn't feel that we could just literally believe all of a sudden they're just going to flip the script and start talking negatively or telling them what to do, putting them in their place. I don't buy that for 1 minute. You know what I mean?
No,
I have a hard time believing that.
This guy, oh my dude, what are you doing to me today?
So here, I'll read it back because it's. I'll put it on mute and I'll read it back.
Yeah, read us a bedtime story.
We said
Danks.
from the beginning that we were not a party to the agreement between the U.S. and Iran, but that doesn't mean we don't have interests. We have interests. We will also express them by the way. Also on the central issue, which is the nuclear issue, I intend to send a delegation to Washington to convey Israeli interests, but I certainly stand up.
Delegation? Does
for
it mean a bunch
Israeli
of
interests
Mossad
here
individuals?
on our border? These guys, man, relentless. They're never going to let us.
He's gonna send that other guy.
We're never going to get into a peace negotiation that will last forever. You know, we're there. This is a lot of people forget. You know, Arctic frost, clean break, and redefensing our borders or whatever the hell they call it, rebuilding defenses for America. This has been planned since 1996. They put it into action.
Before that,
Iran is the
before
final
that.
frontier. Yeah, but the major Middle Eastern takeover really went into play with Operation Clean Break with Bibi Netanyahu when he was first brought into office in Israel, and they started taking out other countries in the
And
Middle
remember, Netanyahu probably only won that first election in 1996 because Yitzhak Rabin was assassinated. Just saying.
Just saying. And when we see Trump and the way that he's changed his tune and the way that they're trying to push through technology, infrastructure, and the ballroom and all of these things, it's like none of us can. It almost feels like how it's going to be too late by the time we work. Earlier, you were saying local elections. The local elections, by the time any of that, if somehow it's perfectly works out and they don't get corrupted on the way, everything is going to be installed already. And already, the surveillance state, the infrastructure, it's already built in there. The digital IDs that are being rolled out across the country. So we're starting to face a pretty radical government, especially if you think about like the Stasi. We have more surveillance architecture now in the United States than the Stasi did when they took over. So right now, our security issue is more severe than what the Stasi had when it comes to security and cybersecurity and being able to spy on everybody and have the information. We are in a tyrannical government scenario right now. People don't realize it, they don't know, but if you go back and you look at what is a tyrannical government and what makes it up, you'll easily see that right now what we are, I mean, I hate to say it, I don't want to say that, but it's true. If you look up the definition of tyrannical government and the things that happen underneath them, you will see that we are in one. Let's look it up. Tyrannical government. Boom. What is a tyrannical government? Tyranny in government means more than cruelty. It's a pattern of unchecked power, eroded rights, and control. Learn how to recognize it. A tyrannical government exercises power oppressively without meaningful legal restraint and in service of the ruler's interest rather than the people's welfare. Ruler's interest rather than the people's welfare. The concept has a long philosophical pedigree stretching back to ancient Greece, and it carries specific meaning in constitutional law, human rights frameworks, and modern political science. Okay. The word tyranny comes from tyrannos, and Aristotle was among the first to give it a rigorous definition. He classified tyranny as a corrupt form of monarchy, one that serves the interests of the ruler alone rather than the common good. That distinction matters. A government isn't tyrannical simply because one person holds power. It becomes tyrannical when that power is wielded for private advantage instead of the public's benefit. How much private advantage do you think Donald Trump alone and his family have benefited in his White House office? All of them. When you look at Jared Kushner and, when we were in government, when we got out of government, we just happened to buy an island full of bunkers and we're doing the deal in the West Bank.
Yeah, I was going to say,
billions of dollars.
What about his sons with everything that was seen on Polymarket?
And all Polymarket, he owns Polymarket. It's like
Salem Media.
Salem Media. He owns Salem Media, the one that's being operated by a foreign agent on behalf of a foreign government. This is what tyranny looks like, you guys. Unchecked power.
Think about it. Andrew Cuomo got accused of SA or SH harassment. And, he had to step down from office. I mean, he ran for mayor recently, but, Mamdani got that one. But think about the accusations against Trump in the files. And he's the sitting president when the files are released. And he just gets on TV, says it's a hoax, and keep things moving, on to the next war.
Tyrannical governments share a recognizable set of traits regardless of the era or region. The most fundamental is the concentration of power in a single individual or a small group that answers to no one. Genuine checks and balances are absent. There is no independent legislature pushing back, no judiciary striking down illegal orders, no free press exposing abuses. Whatever formal institutions exist serve as window dressing. Individual freedoms disappear or shrink to near nothing. Speech, assembly, religious practice, and the press are restricted or outright banned. We're not there yet, but we're getting there. Hopefully not. People cannot organize politically, protest, or publicly criticize the government without risking punishment. Right now, we're facing that with a foreign government. The government claims authority over domains that free societies consider private. what people read, who they associate with, and how they worship. This is creeping in. Don't think that this isn't already here. It's already here in some places. Coercion replaces consent as the basis for governance. Coercion, lobbying, replaces consent as the basis for governance. Lobbying has made its way. That's coercion in the court of political science. And they're just powers from the consent of the governed. And when a government becomes destructive of the people's rights, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it. Tyrannical government inverts this entirely. Its authority rests on force and the population's role, obedience, not participation. Lots more on that. And it only gets worse from here. It doesn't get better. It doesn't matter what side.
It's not going to get better. And it's been a slow progressing development over the last couple of decades. And I've said multiple times, and I know you've said it too, this is one belief that we share, that I don't think we've had a real president that was against the deep state and for the people since JFK.
Yeah. You know, I was watching some history on how the CIA, and I'm reading a book called Chaos, CIA and the Manson and the Manson, Charles Manson files or whatever, all the people in the history of CIA and PSYOPs and Monarch and this project, MK Ultra, all this. And a part of me wants to think like what we're witnessing today, how many of these people, like Tyler Robinson, was he MK'd? Is Erica Kirk MK'd? They are acting as if they're not human beings. They lie, not Tyler necessarily, but Erica Kirk now, lying and making stories up, even though they're easily disprovable. Tyler Robinson, not clear at all, and they're out there in the court of public opinion convicting him. I'm tired of it. I don't even know what to say anymore. It's like, how many different ways can we say this is fucked?
Yeah, it's bad.
Read a couple super chats, huh?
It's all bad.
Critter, Danks, would you prefer us to be here or on YouTube or on Kick? Whatever you want. Kick is, I'm streaming over there right now to get my hours up, but I will be doing streams independently there on Kick when I'm not live here. So I will only be starting to stream on YouTube or Kick, and we'll be doing Kick more often. Actually, I just started it, but we'll be doing it a lot over there. Ask Danks about Mitch's bug. Oh, yeah. Keats. What's up, Keats? What's up, Keats? What's up, Daisy? You don't want to sign your life away to ball.
You sure? You sure?
Who doesn't want to? Of course not. Hell no. Not me. Keep ball away. Welcome, Orion. Saturdays, members only on Danks. Gifted 1 Danks membership. Member for a month, Daisy. Why is Kelly bashing Candace so hard? And did y'all see her go live with Blake? He kicked her out of the live. Both were bashing Candace. She got the boot.
Well, I'm not surprised about Blake kicking her out of a live because that is like a daily occurrence with them. But the Candace thing, I had a couple people, I noticed that in the comments today on a video I posted. I haven't seen it yet, but I'll check it out. I'll see.
Well,
I'll
see
what was said.
She was just, they were just kind of mocking Candace.
Yeah, I think Kelly's a big girl. She could speak for herself.
Yeah, I don't know. I only heard. I don't know. People, not everybody has the same opinion.
Mad World, I got lucky. I got very, very lucky today. I got to tell you. I won't be surprised if they don't invite me again though after today, because I was just getting slapped silly with the deck. Just silly.
Running good, huh? Congrats on dominating the poker game, Bays. It was so good to see all you guys together. 4 months, baby. I feel like Candace holds back too much. I think that, Barron has mentioned this before. It's like, it's not necessarily holding back as to where it's just building a case, doing more research, coming back to it, They're much closer to this than we are. So I think especially they're at much more risk than people like us. They're much larger. They have to be careful. This is like dangerous territory.
Listen, there were times where I had the same criticism with and not just Candace, but like anybody covering the case. I'm just like, let's go, like let it out, like because it's like you get so invested. You're watching it every day, and it's like that there's more to the story, and you feel like they have a little more, and it's like, okay, well, why don't they just put it out? Like then we can help. But then it's like this is not a game. Like, this is not a game. Like, this is a serious investigation with very dangerous people, and people's lives are on the line. So it's like, that was a point that, I came to that realization and checked myself with my own impatience with it. Cause it's like, you know what I mean? Unless you're in those shoes, you can't really judge. You can't really judge. You can't judge. People they gotta do things at their own pace, and they gotta make their own decisions. And seeing how the things have played out, if everything would have came out sooner, who knows where we'd be?
True. Very true. Well said.
Thank you.
Hail Holy Mary. Welcome. Saturday mornings. Members only lives. Welcome, Jokies. Kathy, $10. When a group of people are involved in a murder, they all need to keep quiet. Typically, there is a tormented soul that gets drunk and blabs, or RMK Ultra and can't remember. In my opinion. Yeah. Just like I was saying earlier. That's the thing is like how do we have so many people involved that nobody has come out to say what really happened? I mean,
if the government's got that little Men in Black button where it's like they press the button and the light flashes and they do a little reset, like that shit is definitely being used on some people at TPUSA. I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just hold that thought real quick. Pew. Where was I?
Eric is like waking up in cold sweat, screaming in the middle of the night, totally crashing out. It's like, bring her in. We got to do a reset. Like,
oh, Jesus. They fried her brain with that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Flash the shit out of her.
Yeah, she'll say one thing, and then a week later she's going like the other way, and everyone's like, "What the hell? Like, how could this be this? How could she be this full of shit?" And people are like, "Well, she seems to believe what she's saying." It's like, yeah, because they're just like, it's like
just implanting false memories and shit.
It's like Charlie's gone. Get back on stage. See the fireworks? Put on your fucking shiny pants and shut up.
Pretty. Look at the doggy.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just want to say, my Lord. It's like, don't say ball. Don't say ball.
I just want to go home.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's terrible. We are the worst.
Fuck her life.
Bayes wants Danks to do his bedtime story.
I think Critter's speaking first.
Critter wants to do the bedtime story. Gifted one Danks Bayes membership. Thank you. Say thanks if you got a membership. Julie got a gift of memberships from Mad World, paying it forward.
Thank
I
you
do
very
want
much.
to admit I have one hang up on the mic theory. The projection doesn't fit in my brain unless it hits the necklace to slightly shift directions. Thoughts?
Well, the thing is, it's under the like something is under the shirt, so it's hard to tell exactly what's directed where. I don't think that clip, that Rode mic that's on his shirt, is the only device that was on Charlie. So we don't know exactly what it came from. At least in my opinion. I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
Trying to see what's the smallest way to do this. I mean, I'll say, I don't know. I don't think there's a better explanation. I think that the necklace theory is too far-fetched. Sorry to take it down. It's just covering our faces. I think that the microphone makes the most sense when you add the glass that's broken, when you add the explosion under the shirt. I think the necklace is a little too, it's a little too much for me. And then the necklace would be broken, I would imagine. And it would definitely it would be an obvious piece of evidence. So I don't know. I mean, the fact that she's carrying it around as if like it would be non-damaged is insane. So I think the necklace is just part of it. It might have broken, and there's a chance that maybe the thing exploded and it popped the necklace, and the necklace whipped around and hit him in the neck and, opened his neck up. Maybe that could have happened. I know someone that thinks that could be a theory. I also, I've heard that you know, he could have gone into it thinking he was going to fake it, and it ended up being that they killed him anyways. It could have been that they took advantage of that. I mean, you know, if you're gonna, but Candace has basically called it out. She's like, where do we go from here? You know, she like, what do you do from here? If you're Candace, she's basically said, it looks like this is what she believes. No?
Yeah, again, I mean, there's just been so much. Like, think about how many people have been spending countless hours researching different angles. You know, like between TPUSA and Erica's history and the history of the individuals at TPUSA and their donors and their history, and you know, NGOs overseas that have different affiliations and connections to the churches, to you know, like the pastors that are involved. Like, it just, so many people have done so much work, and as crazy as it sounds, is after all this time, there's still a lot of pieces that need to be put together. There's still a lot of people that need to be questioned, whether it's, you know, by the FBI or police or some sort of law enforcement agency, or just getting people to start doing interviews, let them talk, and who knows what's going to come out down the line. Like, you guys got to realize, we could easily find a situation where 5 years from now, somebody like Andrew Colvett, for instance, or one of these individuals, or Mikey McCoy is giving an interview and they let something slip and it just changes everything or puts things into a different perspective. Like, that is very, very possible. So I think it's going to be this is going to be one of those cases where people are going to be talking about it for a very long time. And, you know, there's still a lot that's going to be discovered.
Yeah, we're coming up to the hearing now, soon, maybe. Thanks for the super chat. Yeah, I think that I'm right there. Unless you show me something better, I think the microphone explosion theory is pretty spot on. I mean, seems pretty legit to me. I don't know. Anne Marie just saying, hey. What's up, Anne Marie? Excuse me. Kelly K. Cornig, seeing Mikey in the video Candace shared yesterday was very sad and enlightening. Oh yeah, that was. You saw that?
No, I did not see the video with Mikey.
Let me show you.
I was watching Candace, but I wasn't able to see the whole thing. As you know, I went to the Jimmy Dore show, so I was like kind of listening while I was getting things ready, and then I was watching Barron in the car, and you know, I had to stop get gas. It's like people calling, you know how it is.
I'm gonna find that footage of that. Let me see. Give me 1 second as I look for this. But yeah, I mean, it's basically Mikey. As they're carrying his coffin, Mikey's there like holding a.
Oh, that part. Yes. I do remember that. I did see that.
Yeah, he looks pretty pathetic. I mean, very pathetic, I would say. Candace went hard yesterday. Here it is. I think this is it.
Yeah,
Here it is.
Not an active participant calling the shots and making things happen.
Right there. He looks pretty pathetic now.
He looks
Not
sick.
an active participant calling the shots
He looks sick to his stomach.
and making things happen.
Yeah.
And I think that
He was covered in blood. He was directing people. He was being a real leader.
Nah, he's being a bitch.
He did exactly what Charlie told him he was supposed to do.
Nah, he was being a sucker. Whatever happened, he got suckered in. But it sounds like he's speaking out. They've got a back line to Candace. You know what I mean? To Mikey. So what's up, Anne-Marie? 3 months. Put on your black leather pants and shut up. OMG, I think I just died laughing. Joe Pienta Jr. Talk about this. Prove me wrong. Sorry, my dog is down here. She's bothered.
I'll read it. Talk about this. Prove me wrong. I think Eric and Mikey's wife were both arm pieces, paid for positions. I think Mikey was really in love with Charlie. Reference the photo of Mikey by the hearse, which is the one we just watched. I wouldn't say that he was in love with Charlie. We'd need a little bit more evidence about that. I mean, you could have a friend or a mentor or somebody that you really care about and view as family and have that kind of sickness feeling, you know, when they pass. I mean, I could attest to that. I've been through it myself where, you know, like you lose someone you care about and you just like, you know, looking like that.
Pixie. She's all excited. She's a puppy. She's 2 years old. Yeah, she's a good dog. Really good dog. She's got a big face, huh? Oh, long tongue too. All right, go down. Go down, bish.
And
Thanks.
I just want to say, I think that there are a lot of people that know a lot more than they're telling and aren't telling for different reasons, whether it's, you know, because of some level of guilt, you know, if they're afraid, you know, like there could be multiple reasons why people aren't speaking up.
100%. So I think Eric and Mikey's wife were both arm pieces paid for positions. I think
Yeah,
Mikey
Andy
was
just
really
read.
in love. Oh, that was the one. Okay.
Yeah, you can read
I
it
didn't
too,
see
since you were
I
kissing
didn't
the
see
dog.
that part. Yeah, I know. I did kiss the dog. Making out with my dog. Our love seek truth. Member for a month. Yeah, man. I mean, none of this stuff is adding up. Especially with the way that the judge is like, they're not going to do anything about him being in contempt, you know. You got a prosecutor out on a media circuit saying that the person that he's going to be going up against is just guilty without a shadow of a doubt, violates a gag order and doesn't get any penalty except for, oh, we got to pay their paperwork filing. It's bullshit, bro. So if it could happen to Tyler, it could happen to any one of us. And that's what bothers me so much. You know, we think we're exempt from these things, but it could happen to your kid. Imagine, you know, your kid's playing Roblox and talking with a bunch of people, and then they go to meet up and hang out. Next thing you know, someone ends up dead, and your kid is the one being blamed for it. That's how dangerous this is. This is not a game, man. It's bullshit. So, anyways. You good?
Me? Yeah. Yeah. We got any more clips?
No, I'm done with the clips. Just kind of wanted to give opinion and just I don't know, man. I just want to see where it'll go. I think like the people that are going to come out and attack Candace Owens while she's gone. Imagine what that show is going to be like. All these people coming out.
Oh yeah,
they're all going to come out of the work. When she can't defend herself, watch X. The next few weeks are going to be insane for sure. Lapel Mike was supposed to, what's up? Quit gaslighting us for $19.99. Lapel Mike was supposed to go through chest, broken glass. Lapel Mike explained not the way it happened, hence paver emergency. What? They had to cover up the unexpected glass
we didn't even talk about the paver emergency. Like, have you ever heard about that? An emergency paving operation where a guy gets a call on a Sunday and it's like, listen, we need you to come in. We have an emergency paving operation. Don't tell anybody. Where is it? UVU. Wait, isn't that the same place? Yeah. Same place, same spot. We need you there right away. And remember, don't tell anyone. Can it wait? No. Can't wait. Gotta come right away. Well, my guy, listen, buddy, fucking make it happen. Emergency, like, did you not hear emergency? It's an emergency paving situation. You know, like
They got it done though.
You want to have a little fun real quick before we go?
What do you got?
You want to give me a little critique?
What's up,
You know,
Chris?
I want to let everybody know, you know, Danks has been very helpful with me with my channel. He is always there to, you know, tell me if my thumbnails are not right or if my description sucks or all these little different details that only a real master content creator would know. And I've been trying to step up my game. I've been working on my production. I've been implementing a little music, doing some like intros and stuff. So I want you to give me some public criticism right now. This was not planned. And I don't want you to hold back because you don't hold back when we're on the phone. So don't be afraid to be a dick. But this is also, it's a nice trade-off. It's a good way for me to plug my video and do a favor for another content creator. And that is another content creator that's struggling and needs all the help that he could get. And that's Gary Melton from Paramount Tactical. Because if I am going to be on his show, then, you know, a little promotion. So, thanks. First off, what do you think about the thumbnail? Paramount Crash Out. What do you think? Chat, what do you guys think about this thumbnail? This is how I normally do it, where I got like the little background similar to mine, although I got the blue light going on right now, and I'll do like a little, you know, something in there and, you know, the text, whatever. But this one, I switched it up. I tried to put a little more oomph in it. What do you think?
Yeah, I like it. Looks good.
You think he looks angry? Does he look like he's crashing out?
Yeah. Looks like he's crashing out about some document or something, some post.
You like how I did the arrow to the X post that you guys could see on my X right now at Real Bayes? There's actually a bunch of them. We went back and forth.
I would have pointed the arrow from Paramount Crash Out to his face.
You see, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's why I told you not to hold back. Next time, I will take that into consideration. Now,
I would have just removed the post, and I would have put a big ass arrow right on his face.
Now, I'm not gonna make you.
I would have made it bigger.
I'm not gonna make you sit through the whole video. Plus, I don't want to give it all these views for free. I'm hoping that the people after this, when we cut it off, will check this video out because it's not even 9 minutes long, guys. We've been here for 2 hours. Another 9 minutes won't kill you. But can we watch the opening 20-30 seconds with the music and the way that I do the clips, so everyone can get a taste?
Of course, yeah.
In this video, and then you could critique it and let me know what you think.
Sure. Savvy says we should have called it Ginger Snaps. Ginger Snaps. Get it?
All right, guys, let's go. Here we go. The receipt was in the post. They all came crawling out of the woodwork. These like little Tim Pool wannabes that you hang out with. I guess I shouldn't have expected anything less from the Paramount Tactical crowd. I don't control the chat. I wouldn't have blocked you. Before I even knew who this guy was, he made a video dissing me and Danks, and he blocked me. Who are you to be telling anybody about distorting facts? I tried to bring receipts and go against their narrative. You are divisive. You are pushing narratives. I am very confrontational. See, just like a quick little, you know, and then I got my logo. And hold on, this is going to be your favorite part. Ready? I'll pause it. Bam. Bam. Club Vatra, baby.
Represent.
It's created by Danks.
I like that. Yeah,
so
yeah.
What do you think about the intro? Should I do something like this? I mean, I was kind of rushing through because I had the big poker game. So normally with the effects, I put a little more time in. I was kind of slacking with the same effect. I just went the whole way.
With the effects, you could probably just do without the old film looking, or make it like 10% opacity.
10% opacity. I know what that word means now. You're talking about transparency. I learned that from you teaching me how to use Adobe Express. See, I listen to you, Danks. Danks doesn't think I listen to him. He's like, he yells at me all the time. He's like, bro, I've told you how to do this 10 times.
Agent Danks so transparent.
How do you think this
shows his armpit between briefings and everything? Yeah, you don't like these armpits right here?
Look at those guns.
Look at that. Come on now. You don't like this? Come get this.
If Erica Kirk lends you her hat, you could freaking pose for Calvin Klein.
You know?
So what'd you
How do you know I don't?
What'd you think? That's good point. I don't wear Calvin Klein, so I wouldn't know. So what'd you think about that intro?
I liked it. It's good.
Yeah. Chat, what do you guys think? Let me know what you like, what you don't like.
You could put the music lower. Put the music lower.
Yeah, the music's mad loud. I put the music lower too. You think even a little lower?
Yeah.
All right.
Like -20.
-20? I think it's -12 already.
Yeah. You want to hit a certain on the DBs, it's like -18, -24. You want to get it less than 18.
Yeah, that beat was professionally produced by a real hip-hop producer that's been doing this for a long time. Shout out to Vinny Idol. That's my boy. He's produced music for people like The Locks, Griselda, G-Unit. I think at one point he did some stuff for them. Fat Joe, Nims. If anyone who listens to Nims, the Fuck Your Life guy. Yeah, Vinny Idol. He was the one that produced Bing Bong. Everybody knows that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my boy that made the beat.
I like the beat. Thanks. I want your dog. Mine is my picture. Oh, cute dog. Big face like mine. Cute ears. Those are fake ears, but I got me for a second. Let's go, boys. Quit gaslighting us. Question mark? I don't know. Are we? It's like, let's go, boys.
I think they're trying to pump us up. I was pretty pumped up at the beginning in the first half of the show. I'm getting a little tired now. I think I need a nap. Been streaming for 5 hours.
I know. I streamed this morning for 2.5 hours, almost 3, I think, something like that. And then I did a bunch of editing and stuff and coding. Renee Salib, $10. Danks, you said you used to play poker. Have you played at the World Series? My husband has a few times. It's insane money. Yes. I haven't played in the main event. It's 10 grand to buy in. I had the opportunity a couple times. I didn't. I played side games, cash games. I'm not much of a tournament player.
If our channel is successful enough, maybe me and Danks will go to Vegas next year and play enter in the World Series of Poker.
Yeah.
Buy-in's 10 grand. So we gotta get a lot of views.
Well, I mean, support the show, Club Vatra, all that good stuff. But yeah, it is insane. I played in Vegas many, many times. I've been to Vegas more than 30, 40 times. We live close by. I have for a long time. And I make the most money locally in my local casinos, playing against retired boomers. So proud. I think Candace has pics of Eric Kirk from Mitch Snow. I think Candace has pics of EK. So that's been a rumor going around, no? Like Erica Kirk's got these pictures out
if
there.
she's sitting on that.
Can you imagine? That's why we haven't gotten a response from anybody regarding where she was.
Yo, that'd be fire. Just like that Aspen video.
What's up, PJ? Danks Bays, not on extra social. Keep us updated if TPUSA responds to Candace Owens and Barron on their last receipts they put out. Oh, yeah, we will. They're just trashing them on X, I think, right now. But
yeah,
if there's any reasonable responses.
X is like a battlefield right now. I'm in the trenches.
I hop in usually late at night. Danny Franciosi.
Zooming.
29.
What about zooming in and out here and there on bold words? I actually do that. I do that in that video. But the thing is, when I was doing the clips for the intro, I was just like throwing together a couple clips. I wasn't really thinking about the zooming. But if you watch the whole video, you'll see that there's different parts where I do that.
Keeps getting weirder and weirder as the days go by. 100%. Yeah, man. It is what it is. I guess we'll wrap it up. I got to finish setting my cell phone up. I'm pretty stoked on this.
Yeah,
Flip
dude,
Fold
that thing is
Z7.
fire.
Bro, look at this thing right here, bro.
Yeah, that thing is dope. Oh, we got another one. I think that's you, buddy. Quick gaslighting again.
It's got a screen on the front, and then it's got a dual screen that you can turn into multi-screen.
That's so sick.
So I can I don't know. Here, check this out. We can go to like YouTube, and then if I want, I could do like the internet and YouTube. Check this out, bro. I got YouTube right here on top. I got the internet right here. Let's see. Then you can literally split screen it in like 4 different ways. You know what I mean? Check this out. So internet down there.
It's so dope.
YouTube
That is dope.
If I wanted, I could
it's like a workstation.
Here, let me see. Hold on one second. It is kind of like a workstation because then you can actually take the camera. If I wanted to do like a third screen, here, let me go to Club Vatra over here. Clubvatra.com. When you see how this thing breaks down, it's kind of wild. When I first figured it out, I got like this. So now I got Club Vatra on one side, camera on the other, YouTube up top. And then I could even split that into another fourth if I want. Yeah, it's pretty dope, bro. I like this phone. It's a good one. But anyways, oh, look, we got a couple more supers. Let's read a couple more and then bounce. Quit gaslighting us, says the hubs won't love all the SCs, but yep, Pumping you both up. Love both of you. Feeling extra catching you live. Get to the truth. Happy to support over and over, obviously. You're so awesome. Thank you. Quit gaslighting us is a great name. We appreciate the super chats. It supports the show more than you know. We really appreciate it. Christy, 5 Danks memberships. Thank you so much. Come by on Saturday. We do members only live streams, 10 a.m., 11 a.m. Today I was a little later, 11:30. Yeah, that's about it, man.
Ready
Got
to
anything
wrap it
going
up?
on? Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. Guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I hope that you enjoyed the rants, the laughs, the, creepy people from, over there that are saying crazy things. But I mean, I guess it's important for us to all know that. But thank you very much. Be sure to catch us next Saturday. Catch Danks on Saturday afternoon. He'll be doing his members only live. Every Saturday night, 10 p.m. Eastern time. It's the They Think You're Stupid podcast with myself, Real Bayes, and my good friend over here, Danks. Like I always say, be kind, be grateful, do something nice for somebody, and we will see you guys next week. Thank you very much.
See you all. Peace.